Hey guys, and welcome to Kenyan Baby Mama. I am yours truly, Susan Aquila, and it's been a minute since I vlogged. It has been a crazy couple of weeks. I was a little bit under the weather, but I am getting better and I thank God. So, no, it's not COVID. Not corona, in April does not catch me, but yeah, I mean, I really feel for the people that have gotten sick, those that have died. We are really living in strange times, and talking of strange times and sickness and death, today I wanted us to talk about talking to our children about the reality of death. One thing I have to say is that when a child comes from a regular nuclear family where they have a mother and a father, when one parent dies, they have the other parent. When you are a single parent and you pass on, your child is left to either their father or mother, who was not a primary person in their life, or at the mercies of your extended family members. And that is not an ideal situation for anyone. But these are things that happen. I mean, death is a reality. It will happen to all of us at one time or another. So we can't pretend that it does not happen. We cannot assume that it would not happen. But how do we prepare our children, especially in situations where maybe you know that you're ailing and that your ailment could potentially lead to death? How do you prepare your child so that to kind of buffer the devastation that comes with losing a parent? Now, I honestly don't have answers to this question, but I have talked to many people who have lost parents, children. I have interacted with children that have lost parents, and I've also, read a lot and watched a lot of stuff that has made me get some sort of insight on how we can perhaps prepare our children for death when it comes, because it will come. But in life, there is no guarantee when it comes to how long that you're going to be on this earth. And so, how do you prepare your child or your children for the eventuality of death? I think from what I have garnered is one of the things that I noticed about most people that I talked about who lost parents unexpectedly, that they didn't even know maybe their parents were sick, was that they all said that the lies hurt more than the truth. And by this I mean is that sometimes parents will know that they are sick. Say you know that you have cancer stage 4, or not even, or you have whatever other illness you have, and you already have a prognosis that the probability of survival is low. But then you lie to your children. They know that you're not feeling well, but you keep playing it down. You're like, no, it's just a little bit of a flu, it's just a little bit of this, I'll be fine, I'm on medication, I'm getting better. And you keep lying to them, and you keep creating this illusion that you're going to be okay, and then you die. That devastates children more than them having to go through the pain of knowing that you're ill and there is a possibility that you might not survive. It is painful going with you through that journey. And sometimes parents lie because they want to save their children from the pain of going through that journey of, seeing you deteriorating up to the point where you take your last breath. But the truth is, of what I've learned from most of the people that have gone through this, is that the lies hurt worse than the truth. they better just know the truth, and they start dealing with it. And by the time that you're passing, they're sort of like mentally, emotionally prepared for that eventuality. So it doesn't come as a shock. It's something that they were dreading, but they knew that could happen. The other thing that, especially for people that have younger children, is lying to them about, when kids ask you, when kids learn about death and they'll come and ask you, Mama, are you going to die? And then you say something like, no, I will live forever, or I will never leave you, or I will always be here. Especially with those very young kids, that I believe is wrong. Don't tell them such things, because the sad reality is that even young children as young as 2 years, younger than 2 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, they lose their parents. And if you had promised them that you would be there for life, you're going to leave children who are scarred for life, and they're going to have a very misconstrued idea about life and death. Because when children look up to us, they more look up to us as if we are like small gods. Like they believe everything that we tell them. To most of our children, we are like superheroes. Nothing can happen to mom or dad. Mom and dad can fight any evil. They feel safe when they're with us. They know that everything is okay. So don't lie to them, even at that tender age. You don't have to tell them that yes, I will die. You can maybe in very simple language just explain that people live and people die, and God is the only one who knows when people come to earth and when people leave earth, and we can only pray and hope that we live for as long as we possibly can. And in case in a situation where maybe you're suffering from an illness and it's difficult for you to relay that information to your children or your family, then there are always counselors who are available, and they can help you bring that message in a professional way that is going to more or less act like a buffer, so that information doesn't hit them too hard. And even if it does hit them hard, then they're going to have support, which is very important. So yes, so that is those are some of the things that I've learned about talking to children about death. And the other thing is, put your affairs in order, especially when you're a single parent. In Africa especially, most of us don't even like the idea of writing wills. Like, oh my gosh, you do not want to think about, anytime people think about writing wills, for them it's like you're jinxing yourself, like you're going to die. So people avoid things like writing wills. They avoid things like talking to people about what should happen in case I die. Who do I want my child to be left with? If you're the primary caregiver, or if maybe the other parent is not in their life, or you don't have any close family members that would be in a position to or willing to take your child, you need to put those plans in measure. You need to have those plans in measure. Get a lawyer, have these things written down, so that in case you pass on, at least you know that your children's affairs are well taken care of. If you have property, for example, if you have money that comes in that can, or you have put money aside to make sure that your children get a decent education to the end, then have those things put in place, so that should anything happen, because we all pray and cross our fingers and hope that nothing happens, but we all know that in life things don't always go our way. It's a difficult thing to think about, let alone to act on, but it is a reality of life. We don't know how long we're going to be on this earth, and so we have, especially as a single parent, you have to really put in place measures that guarantee or more or less safeguard your child in the eventuality that you just go. And at least, even if they're going to go through the pain and the grief of having lost a parent, that as they heal, as in they go on with life, it will not become more difficult, but it will be not just bearable, but almost normal, where they have good education, comfortably, they're living comfortably, and they have everything they need. They have the support they need, they have the love they need, they have a community around them that is going to help them continue doing life in your absence. Please let me know, what else do you think? Do you think it's okay to talk to your children about death? What age do you think is appropriate for you to talk to your children about death? And what measures do you think you should put in place as a parent, especially as a single parent, to safeguard your children in the eventuality that you're going to transition to the next life? Yeah, so that's that. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not, please like, please subscribe, comment, share, and have a great week. Until we meet next time, namaste.